where Colin was wrong.
I can't get A.J. Brown figured out. I would have traded him 2 years ago. It's a run team, but Howie Roseman came out this weekend and said, you know what? He's a member of the Eagles. We love him. Is he just trying to use that as leverage? I don't know, but it's a run team. He's reading books on the sidelines. I mean, I think he's not undervalued. He's underused. Jalen Hurts, you've got a quarterback. The Eagles self-admit they would like to throw less than 27 times a game, but every time you ask them, they tell you he's here for the long term.
Yes, here we are again with the double standard aimed at Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. Colin literally last week talked about and praised Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks for being at the bottom of the NFL in pass attempts, and it was like, oh okay, he was talking about that when they signed Jackson Smith-Njigba. So it's fine for Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks, but it's not fine for the Eagles. And I already showed you the clip before where he's like, oh, the Patriots are so smart, they only asked Drake May to throw the ball like 23 or 24 times. And it's just like, that's how it works in the modern NFL right now. Pass attempts are trending downward, but it's only a big deal for the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts. And you wanted to trade A.J. Brown a couple years ago before they won the Super Bowl. Well, that doesn't seem like it was a smart move then. Goodness gracious. It's pretty impressive though that A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are consistently top receivers in the NFL in receiving yards, touchdowns, targets, catches, and all that, considering the Eagles are a running team. That's pretty good. I guess that means Jalen Hurts is a pretty good quarterback. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Yeah, A.J. Brown is obviously a member of the Philadelphia Eagles, guys. I've made so many videos about this, but the reality is this. All the takes can be summed up. We could talk about A.J. We could talk about Jalen Hurts. We could talk about Nick Sirianni. We could talk about Kevin Patullo, Sean Mannion, Kellen Moore, Shane Steichen, we can go on and on and on. Devonta Smith and the offensive line and Saquon, we could do that. Here's the reality. Here is the only thing that actually truly matters. You ready for this? It's so simple and it's so straightforward. There's no context needed. There's no explanation needed. It's just right there. Howie Roseman knows more than you. He knows more than me. He knows more than everyone. Howie Roseman knows what he's doing. The Philadelphia Eagles aren't held hostage. They are an incredibly well-run franchise. They are an elite franchise. They know exactly what they're doing. Think about how many people don't think Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, and yet they've gone to 2 Super Bowls with him, and they drafted him in the second round. The Philadelphia Eagles know exactly what they're doing. Again, everybody praises the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. Oh, they're the team of this generation. They've won 3 Super Bowls. The Philadelphia Eagles have won 2 since Patrick Mahomes has been drafted. 3-2. 3-2. 3-2. The Eagles have been to 3 Super Bowls since 2017 with 2 completely different teams, different coaching staffs, etc., etc., etc. They know what they're doing. If they think holding on to A.J. Brown is the right move, then it's the right move. If they end up trading him in the middle of the season, then it's the right move. If they trade him exactly on June 1st, then it's the right move. If they move on from Jalen Hurts, it's the right move. If they sign him to another 5 years, it's the right move. Why? Because the Philadelphia Eagles have consistently made the right move. So that's what I find funny, just year after year after year, the questioning of the moves. Say what you will about Jalen, say what you will about Nick Sirianni, say what you will. You can't question Howie Roseman. And it doesn't mean everything's always going to be perfect. Obviously not. But the Philadelphia Eagles know what they're doing. They've consistently proven that. They've consistently shown that. They've consistently made hard decisions and the right decisions. Again, I'll just keep circling back to the most recent big move, which was obviously Saquon Barkley. That was not universally praised. That was not universally praised at all. In fact, the vast majority of people, especially the non-ex players, were like, this is not good. This is not going to work. This is a waste of money. This is desperation. This is blah 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 blah. And then you're like, well, actually, it was so successful that they're just a run team now and they don't even need A.J. Brown. And it's like, what? Which is it? Which is it right now? And like I explained to you, pass attempts have been going down year after year after year. And again, we have Jalen Hurts, who has 454 pass attempts. Remember, he also missed a game. Joe S.H. Allen has 460. Sam Darnold has 477. Jordan Love has 439. It's just so silly. If Jalen Hurts played 17 games, because you can see all the top pass attempts leaders all played 17 games, Justin Herbert played 16, but Justin Herbert had a few games where he had to throw the ball 100 times because they were getting blown out. Jalen Hurts would be right outside the top 10. He'd be right up there with Drake May, who played 17 games. He'd have more pass attempts than Josh Allen and more pass attempts than Sam Darnold. That's weird, right? That's weird. He averages a little over 28 pass attempts a game. The league average is 32. So 4 fewer pass attempts than the average, which makes sense when Jalen Hurts not only can run, but also you have Saquon Barkley. So when you have a running back like Saquon Barkley and a great run game, well, although you didn't last year, but normally you're supposed to maybe try to run the ball just a little bit more than a team that has a running back not named Saquon Barkley. Again, I'm always curious. I'm a lifelong learner, so I'm always trying to learn like, how does football work? As I thought, you utilize the players that you have. I didn't know. But it's just this pretending that the Eagles just don't throw the ball or this and that, and it's just like, what are we inventing here? And again, it's so funny, too, because the Eagles and Jalen Hurts have never really been, especially the last 2 seasons, they haven't really been in a position that we've seen the Chargers be in with Justin Herbert, that we've seen the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes be in, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys be in, Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. The Eagles have never been in a situation where they're just getting rocked. And so, Jalen Hurts isn't going to throw 100 times, get all the garbage time yards in the fourth quarter, get a bunch of extra touchdowns, a bunch of extra yards that really juices up the bottom line, mind you. Oh, it absolutely positively juices up when you see a quarterback consistently in the fourth quarter down by 2 scores getting a whole bunch of extra yards, just throwing and throwing, like we've seen especially Dak Prescott do all the time. I'm not trying to knock Dak. Sorry, Grover, but he's been one of the biggest faces on the receiving end of that effect. We know it's been essentially his whole career. That's a huge difference. You can literally add an extra few hundred yards, 300, 500 yards, to someone's bottom line stats and a handful of extra touchdowns as well. Like that's just the reality, man. But it's funny because Jalen Hurts, again, he's 9th. He's 9th in touchdowns. He missed a game, and yet he's right there. If he played a full season and just, one extra game and threw an extra touchdown or 2, he'd be top 5. And again, Trevor Lawrence had to throw the ball 560 times to get to 29 touchdowns. Caleb Williams had to throw the ball 568 times to get to 27 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield had to throw the ball 543 times just to get to 26 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts only had to throw the ball 454 times. What does that mean? That means he's an efficient passer. That's what that means. Dak had to throw the ball 600 times. 150 more pass attempts than Jalen Hurts for just 5 more touchdowns. He had to throw the ball 150 more times to get 5 more touchdowns. That's insane. That's 5 games worth of pass attempts for just 5 more touchdowns. That's insane. That's literally insane. Do you know why? Because the Philadelphia Eagles know what they're doing. Those are my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles, A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, the passing game? The same conversation we have every single day because I guess why not? Why not? Let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get into some discussions, let's get into some fights, but ultimately let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.